this is the first of 3 Southern Specialties kits you guys asked for. This is the BD-LPH-20. I don't know what BD stands for, but LPH is the type of handle. It's a laminated plain handle. I'll show you that in a minute, and there's 20 pieces in the kit. You get a case. It's nothing special. I wouldn't even call it pleather. It's just plastic. Nothing special about that. But we don't really care about that. What we really care about is who won the ultimate adversary lock. That's what we care about. So there you go, in the original box, and it actually took 3 attempts to find a winner because you guys, some of you guys aren't putting the secret word in. I was looking for the secret word Gardy-Loo. Sebastian Volk, you were the 3rd guy that we drew, and you were the first one to have that word. Beware of bad things coming your way. And I think it's clear that Sebastian knows what Gardy-Loo is. By the way, Sebastian, PM your mailing address, and I'll get this in the mail to you. In the bad old days, before they had indoor plumbing, they stored all their stuff in a bucket. And then, of course, every once in a while they had to get rid of it, had to empty it out. And so before they threw it out the window down to the street below, they'd scream out, Gardy-Loo! And then fling it down there. So if you heard that word and you were downstairs, you didn't want to look up with your mouth open, that's for sure. You better hope you had an umbrella. But anyway, let's get back to this LPH-20 kit. 20 pieces. Now, the website picture is a little bit different than what you see here. The website picture says you get 4 tension wrenches. Let me show you what you do get. You get 2 standard. These are just standard. One is a twist and one is a straight. They're both the same width and thickness. So not a lot of variation there. The other thing you get, and this is an oddity, this is called a tulip or a flower wrench, and the idea is that you've got this offset. So if you're picking a lock and there's a doorknob, when you pick it, you can fold it around to unlock the door, and this will give you plenty of room to clear that doorknob. But this is the smallest one I've ever seen. Unless you have a tiny doorknob, like the size of a thumb turn, this is just not going to get it. The 4th tension wrench they said you were going to get in the advertising is some kind of dual-sided with a unique adjuster. I looked in the picture, I saw it, and I didn't get it. So I recounted all the parts, or all the picks. We do have 20, so I zoomed in on the picture, and what I found out is that they substituted a pick. There's a pick not in the picture that is in the kit, and it's this oddity here. I don't know, kind of looks like a sine wave, but I don't know how this would be any different than, say, a ball pick, but this is what you get instead of that other tension wrench. Total of 17 picks. This is very heavy on hooks. You get a total of 5 hooks. Let's take a look at these. This is the laminated handle. All of the picks are, happily, 18 thousandths of an inch. So these will work for European locks. A lot of them have this discoloration. I don't know what that is. It's not a dye. So maybe it's part of the heat treatment, but it looked like they dipped them. Anyway, it's full shank, so the full length of this is sandwiched between these 2 pieces of steel. It's mild steel, it is not stainless steel. And then 3 spot welds hold everything together. They're rough, but they're not sharp, which is a good thing. And typical of all commercial picks, you're going to need to do just a little bit of work on this, but that's to be expected, especially at this price point. By the way, it's $48.95. You get 2 other hooks, and again, we have some issues with the metal finish. I don't know if it's an issue, but when I buy a kit, I kind of expect everything to match up a little bit, and this one doesn't. It almost looks like it was rusted or something and polished up, but quite different. Top one is a medium hook, bottom, or a deep hook, and the bottom was a postal hook. You get a deforest diamond, and it really does look like a deforest diamond. It looks pretty good. You get this, if you pick Medico locks, this is a kind of copy of the Peterson Reach. Again, it's got some blemishes on it, but one side is okay. These are clearly punched picks, but not bad. You could clean the edges up pretty well. Anyway, Medico, that's a pick of choice. You get 2 half diamonds, a very large one, and then a small one. And I really don't know what that large one would be used for. Come here, you devil. Again, slight differences in coloration, but you're going to have to do some reshaping on that large one and probably on the small one as well. You get all kinds of balls. As I said, you get that sine wave looking thing. You do get a single ball, a snowman or 8, and then you get a half ball. So quite a selection of balls to choose from. And as far as rakes, you get a L rake or city rake. I do like this. I've used this on a couple of lots earlier. It's not bad in terms of shape. No sharp edges on that, which if you're going to judge a pick set, that's usually the one to grab. It's hardest for them to clean up. You also get 2 W rakes. Now here, I learned something here the other day from you guys. These are both called W rakes. And you can see there are slight variations. And then the odd thing is, this other one, which looks completely different, is also called a W rake. And these are all kinetic type weapons. So I can't imagine yanking this bottom one out. It just seems to me that it would get snagged. I did use it on a master lock. It does work, but it just seems intuitively that it would snag. The other rake you get an S rake. And again, you see the rust on it. Come on, focus for me. But again, that'll polish right off. These apparently have been sitting around on a shelf somewhere. And last, you get the harpoon extractor, just huge. It might work, but it is pretty big. All right, what do I think of the kit? 50 bucks, $48.95 plus shipping. Not for a beginner. I have to say, first of all, 18 thousandths for a beginner is probably going to break pretty quickly. The other thing is 50 bucks for this, for a beginner, you really want a bunch more rakes. Let's look at what's useful. I would say these two are useful. Were it me, I would keep the DeForest diamond. I would keep a half diamond. I would probably keep the snowman. So we'll put him over there. I would keep the city rake. I would keep one of the W rakes, and I would keep the one that I think we're most familiar with. And I would keep the S rake. All the rest of this stuff would probably never be used by a beginner. So you're paying $50 for, looks like around 8 picks and 3 tension wrenches, and all the tension wrenches are the same size. So I would have to say that this is probably not the kit of choice for beginners. Before I threw this to a beginner, I think I'd have to scream Gardy Lou. So anyway, fellas, if you are not a beginner, you think you might be interested in having this kit, I will be happy to send all of it to the first commenter that has the secret word. And you're going to have to look for that again. Thanks for your time, fellas. Stay safe. Stay legal.